Bridgerton can't end before the Netflix show adapts these 6 moments from the books. The period drama Bridgerton has been a resounding success for Netflix, making it impossible to imagine the streamer cutting down the number of seasons needed for the story of Bridgerton's characters to follow the book series structure. But if it did, some scenes from Julia Quinn's Bridgerton books must be adapted before Bridgerton's end. Bridgerton's success is undeniable, to the point the streaming giant renewed the period drama until season 4 very early, in an unlikely move, given it often waits to see one season's success before renewing the next. This makes Bridgerton greatly stand out among Netflix's original shows. The numbers Bridgerton makes for Netflix, coupled with its spin-off series Queen Charlotte's success and the cyclical fan events organized by the streaming giant keeping the interest high in Bridgerton, make it difficult to imagine Netflix won't renew Bridgerton for 8 seasons, to match the original book series structure. Still, it's not unheard of for Netflix to cancel popular shows ahead of time, making it a possibility for Bridgerton 2. If Netflix were to secure fewer seasons than what the original material warranted, Bridgerton would need to find a way to adapt these key iconic moments from later books. Gregory crashing Lucinda Abernathy's wedding. Unlike the Bridgerton books, which featured fewer characters, focusing greatly on the couple at the center of each book, Netflix's Bridgerton put more emphasis on the ensemble, making Gregory's presence consistently greater in each season despite his story being the last to be told if the show were to follow the books. While Gregory's turn to be a romantic lead in Netflix's Bridgerton couldn't be further down the road, one key moment from On the Way to the Wedding cannot avoid seeing the light of day in the series, being one of the best moments in Julia Quinn's book series. Gregory's path falling for Lucinda Abernathy isn't easy nor straightforward, with the youngest Bridgerton brother being intent on finding true love in the 8th Bridgerton book, initially setting his sights on Hermione Watson. By trying to prove himself to Hermione's friend Lucy, Gregory falls for her, but the already agreed-upon marriage contract between Lucy and Hazelby's families stands in the way. This eventually leads to Gregory trying the most impulsive plan of action of going to Lucy's wedding to declare his love, easily one of the most iconic, chaotic, and drama-filled moments in the Bridgerton books. Hyacinth and Gareth's heists in the Clare house. Netflix's Bridgerton already showed glimpses of Hyacinth's wit, showing it off during family functions and especially at Gregory's expense, fully matching their book dynamic. However, Hyacinth being it's in his kisses, protagonist prompts a full display of her cunning and wit, which are especially boundless in the heist she convinces Gareth St. Clair to organize in his father's home, trying to discover the truth of Gareth's parentage at first and find the jewels of Gareth's grandmother, Isabella, later. Between their importance for character development and the drama and adventure they make possible, Hyacinth and Gareth's heists at Clare House cannot be missed from Netflix's Bridgerton. Hyacinth's tendency to pressure Gareth into finding more about his grandmother after he asks for her help to translate Isabella's diaries greatly furthers their romance in It's in His Kiss, as Gareth is also vulnerable at Clare House, in addition to showcasing the same wit that initially brings him and Hyacinth together. Between their importance for character development and the drama and adventure they make possible, Hyacinth and Gareth's heists at Clare House cannot be missed from Netflix's Bridgerton, making them one of the points it has to weave into the story if Netflix doesn't renew Bridgerton for 8 seasons. Francesca asking for Michaela after John's death. Bridgerton Season 3 swapping Michael for Michaela Sterling makes some moments of Francesca and Michael's story in When He Was Wicked superfluous, but some would work just as well, making it important to include specifically one of them, whether Bridgerton gets an entire season to focus on Francesca and Michaela's romance or not. Right after John's death, Francesca learns she is pregnant, effectively stopping the transfer of the earldom from John to Michael, as Francesca and John's child would be next in line to inherit it. A major point in When He Was Wicked was Michael and Francesca's friendship during her marriage to John, as the two could often be seen spending time together, Bridgerton gender-swapping Michael to Michaela makes this even easier. The delicate moment makes Michael feel particularly heartbroken and guilty, as John has recently died and he still has feelings for Francesca, prompting him to remove himself entirely from Francesca's life. Michaela and Francesca's friendship can be a major plot point in Netflix's Bridgerton, making Francesca going to Michaela after her miscarriage something that must happen in the series too, as it can establish Francesca's hurt about losing her friendship and her feelings for Michaela even as she isn't ready to acknowledge them before their romance. Alois and Anthony's heart-to-heart after the Bridgerton brothers find her. Alois's journey is so different that it's easy to see why Netflix's Bridgerton should deviate from Alois's book story for good, especially considering how she refuses to see marriage as a woman's sole purpose in the series. Indeed, Alois's choice to run away to see if Sir Philip could be suitable for marriage essentially delivers her a husband and 2 children in a matter of weeks. While it's difficult to reconcile how Alois in the series could end up making her book version same choices, Netflix's Bridgerton should nevertheless strive to adapt one moment from To Sir Philip with love. Despite Alois's escape into Sir Philip, with love starting in the middle of romancing Mr. Bridgerton, meaning the Bridgertons are all busy at the party to reveal Penelope as Lady Whistledown, all the Bridgerton brothers end up in Gloucestershire to stop Alois from getting ruined by her own choices. However, after Anthony sets Alois's options as trying to understand if Philip could work as a husband in a matter of days or weeks, she finally opens up about feeling old and left behind by Colin and Penelope's quick marriage, leading to a heartfelt, brotherly talk between Anthony and Alois. Hyacinth and Lady Danbury's reading sessions. Hyacinth's story wouldn't be complete without including her and Lady Danbury's reading sessions, which in the books are partially the focus of It's in His Kiss. But in Netflix's Bridgerton, they could appear much earlier, especially given how the 7th Bridgerton book establishes Hyacinth's visits to Lady Danbury have been happening for a while. Although Hyacinth's wit is already noticeable through the glimpses the Bridgerton series offers, it's her interactions with Lady Danbury that show how similarly clever Hyacinth and the older matron are in It's in His Kiss, leading to many amusing moments. Hyacinth wouldn't get to know Gareth if not for her visits to Lady Danbury in It's in His Kiss. Indeed, while Hyacinth and Gareth meet one another at the Tun's functions, they only start spending time because Lady Danbury pushes them together, as Gareth needs someone translating from Italian and Hyacinth knows the language. Moreover, given how central to Hyacinth's story her ability to exasperate others is, to the point Penelope calls Hyacinth and Lady Danbury together menaces to society, it would be a disservice to Hyacinth's character development or Netflix's Bridgerton not to include her moments with Lady Danbury. The shootout at Lucy and Hazelby's wedding reception. Gregory and Hyacinth being the youngest siblings in the Bridgerton family makes it difficult to imagine the time they will be romantic leads in their own seasons, given how far that can be, especially with 2 years passing between each Bridgerton season. Even if Gregory's Bridgerton season won't come anytime soon, the Netflix show cannot end before adapting one of the most dramatic moments in the entire Bridgerton book series, the confrontation between Gregory and Lucy's uncle that leads to the latter getting shot in the shoulder. Almost all of On the Way to the Wedding's twists have to do with Gregory trying to stop Lucy and Hazelby's union. Among the, if not the most drama-filled Bridgerton book, On the Way to the Wedding has many twists, and almost all of them have to do with Gregory trying to stop Lucy and Hazelby's union. The shooting is nonetheless needed to stop Lucy's uncle, who never cared about Lucy and her brother, from forcing Lucy and Hazelby's marriage, so that Lord Davenport could stop threatening to expose his treason. How that particular storyline is solved is among the most fast-paced and entertaining developments in the Bridgerton books, making it imperative for the series to adapt it.